The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Well, we are back. This is Steve Sanson, Jim Jonas, and Troy Warrant, Veterans in Politics. And before we get into any rants, today is Troy's last day on the show with us.
Yeah. Yep. Last day. Time for me to move on. Do some other things.
Well, Troy, I just wanted to say you've been an inspiration, and I just love your energy, and you just say it as it is. You know, and I like that. I don't like the political cherry coating bullshit a lot of people put out there.
Yeah, I don't either.
Fakers is what I call them.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for being a part of the show. How long has he been on?
About a year now.
Yeah.
Right at a year. You know, I met you in 2014 at the. I met you in 2014 at the endorsement interviews,
right.
Which really kicked off a life over the last couple years that I never even would have thought possible. Then I came on your show, and then you had me guest host a couple of times. The next thing I know, you asked me on, and I've been on for about a year, and I really appreciate it. I mean,
have you learned anything?
I learned a lot about judges, actually. I thought I'd done my research, but actually haven't been able to have a conversation with a judge.
Right. Here
at the show has been very enlightening, and
I'm glad you brought up judges, because this was going to be one of my rants, and I just wanted to say to anybody that listened that these judges impact our lives on a very personal level.
Tremendously. For
the rest of our life. And when people don't pay attention to who they are, it's very disheartening, because we're electing people on just name recognition. It's just crazy. And Veterans in Politics has been personally involved in a lot of judges' race. And I'll just name a few: Caroline Ellsworth, Amy Cellini, who's now elected judge, Cynthia Dustin Cruz, and our friend Richard Scotti.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Personally involved to make sure these people get on the bench, and we have touched on every single judicial race, from Muni, Justice, District, Appellate, Supreme Court. That also included Abby Silver. Yeah. Mention about judges, and people just don't understand the impact these judges have on us as voters.
Agreed.
As constituents, as defendants or plaintiffs, they just really, really have a personal impact on our lives, and it's just behoove of people to just pay attention to who they are.
I mean, in today's information society, Google it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. we don't do the Dewey Decimal System anymore. Google it. It's
Absolutely.
that simple. And you can learn a lot real fast.
And with that, I just want to let the folks know who our two guests are going to be before we go into any rants. We're going to have Beni Valasquez, who's the executive chef for Essence and Herbs Tapas Joint. And then we're going to have, with Beni, we're going to have Chanthy Walsh, who's the owner of Essence and Herbs Tapas Joint.
That's the muscle.
And then we're going to have Lauren Jennifer Gates, who's the one that actually called me, supposed to be here 20 minutes ago.
Did a little late.
Yeah, she's the author of a book called LJG Footgraphy. I really, it sounds like a toe-sucking book.
Are we really going to get into this today?
Yeah. But before we have them, we're going to have a special guest. His name is John Harrison, and he's gonna talk a little bit about a product that he's going to introduce, which helps combat post-traumatic stress disorder, which I think is very important. Cool. Anybody got anything?
No,
this is your last show. What you got to say?
Yeah. If you're burning down your neighborhood because you're pissed off at the police, you're an idiot. That's the one thing that I just do not understand with all these protests. You know what, Steve? I'm fucking pissed off at you. I'm going to go burn down my house.
I would say go for it. You just do that. Show me your anger.
Where does this logic come from? So if you're burning down your own house because you're pissed off at the police, you're an idiot. That's all I can say.
Maybe John Harrison could help us understand that it's probably a PTSD thing.
I'm telling you, it's got to be, man, because it's just beyond absurd.
Yeah.
Beyond absurd.
Jim?
Yeah, because I think honestly, the better. I just thought of this. You know, it's a better idea than actually rioting. I mean, I'm all for a protest. I say they stay out there and protest as long as they can and make those cops stay up for hours on end and work a ton of overtime. And maybe they will start to look at their fellow officers and go, "Hey, you guys need to knock this stuff off because I'm over these 40-hour work days." Mm-hmm. You know, I think that would be the better way to go.
Well,
and get a better point across.
The biggest problem for me, and I posted about this I think it was yesterday. I posted about it. You know, there was a choice that could be made when Barack Obama was elected president. And he chose to do what's going on today, and that's divide the country. Uh-huh. When he could have taken the high road and finished what Dr. Martin Luther King started. That man changed everything. No burning, no violence, nothing. Did they have protests? You bet they did. And they got a hell of a lot more done back in the 60s than they are getting done right now, because all they're doing right now is just pissing people off.
Yeah. And if you're going to block the highway while I'm driving, I'm going to keep going.
I'm not stopping.
There is no crosswalk there.
Well,
I got the right of way.
Do you want to be a Reginald Denny?
Huh?
Do you want to be a Reginald Denny? Don't stop and you could get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Yeah. Got anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, folks, this is Steve Sanderson, Jim Jonas, and Troy Warren, Veterans of Politics. Don't go away. We're going to come back with John Harrison, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Heidi Hanusa, and I'm a marriage and family therapist. My clients consist of families, children, couples, and individuals that are in need of some assistance dealing with trauma, depression, anxiety, and many other life issues that you can find on my website. I accept most insurances. For additional information, such as location, hours, insurances, and experience, go to my website at Faith Individual and Family Counseling.
We're back. This is Steve Sanderson, Jim Jonas, and Troy Warren, Veterans in Politics. We have John Harrison, who's going to, special guest, because he wasn't scheduled to be on today. He's going to talk a little bit about PTSD and this particular instrument you got there. John? Could you tell us a little bit about you first?
Well, sure enough. I've been in Vegas since 2002 from California originally, and I'd been in sales all my life since I was 18. So I started in the car business, went to the RV industry, the travel business here. So I have a heavy business background that way, and I ran across this lady literally about 10 days ago who developed this product over the last 10 years called BrainPath.
Okay.
And what it is, it's a way to excite and reconnect your neural pathways in your brain. And it's as simple as this. You know, in your fingertips, on each fingertip, you have 3,000 mechanical receptors. So that's what you have more tactile touch on your hand, on one hand, than you do in your entire body. So years ago, I mean, we're going back to the 1800s now, when Braille was developed, and this is kind of inspired this product. You know, just by touch, you can tell, you know, what a letter is and so on, and, you know, work it all out. So it works similar in that regard. So this is I just call it the saucer. We have various ones, and they have patterns on here. One side has dots, and all you really do is just start tracing the pattern with a finger, and you work it all the way around. You can go inside, outside, it doesn't really matter. There's no right or wrong way to use it. But what happens is you do this, okay, and with just a little bit of pressure on here, okay, you develop a pinch on your finger. You know how it leaves, like when it leaves a little pattern behind in your finger? That pinch is what stimulates the neuropathways in your brain. So if you have neuropathways that are, let's just say, they're not hitting on all cylinders, and everybody does, maybe you have short-term memory loss, or you have PTSD, or whatever the case may be, it's going to excite them, help to wake them up. The ones that are currently working, it's going to excite them more. Okay, so when you have the neuropathways that have died off, now what's going to happen is your brain starts looking for more of them, starts developing new ones. Mm-hmm. So for a person, let's say with Alzheimer's, dementia, PTSD, what they're finding and using this, and by the way, this device is patented and FDA approved.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you show the package to the camera?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
And we have different patterns. We have different sizes. We have some new ones coming up. I mean, this is good for everybody, from children to adults.
John, I just want to say this, because sometimes it's hard for me to be convinced of anything. Now, if that thing works with Troy Warren on his road wage, I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah,
I just want to.
Hey, it's been a few years since I've jerked somebody out of a car.
Well, you know what? You might have to use it for a while. You know, I don't know how long it's going to take in your case, but we'll be happy. In fact, I'm going to give one to everybody here. I have a bunch of them out in the car. But you know, my brother was in the Marines from 1964 to 1968. Okay, he was in Nam from June of 1966 to July of 1967 on Hill 55.
I probably know him.
You might.
Where's that echo coming from?
I don't know.
All right.
And his name's Charlie, but we call him Butch.
Right.
Okay, and he suffered pretty heavily from PTSD. He just recently got involved with the Veterans Hospital. Had a hell of a time getting into it down in L.A. Finally did. And when they send you to a shrink, right? You know, everybody, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he says when the shrink was sitting there reading the accounts of all the battles he was in, because he wasn't there peeling potatoes for a year. He says their eyes just kept bugging out, and they just couldn't believe what he saw, and what he did and such as that.
So how is that supposed to help PTSD?
Well, in exciting those neural pathways, because apparently the neural pathways are what, as they die off,
right,
or they just become clogged. I mean, think of it as your drain, at home. If the drain's open, water flows. If that drain gets clogged up, it doesn't flow so good.
Okay.
So they're finding out that through your neural pathways, it affects your PTSD and dementia and all of this.
And all you gotta do is run your hands on that thing.
Yeah, you can run a finger. Simple as this. This one has a spiral pattern. Like we say, we have others with different patterns, and the patterns were actually developed. I mean, this was tested over a decade. So the patterns, there's actually something to it. Okay.
So is it like the same running your hands across a nice Maxim model?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, you have to do a lot
I just
of
wanna know.
fantasizing.
I kind of like the Maxim model better.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot of fantasizing to do that. But, I'm sure you could think of this as something. I don't know. I mean, we do have different colors. Okay, and that's all it is. That you keep doing it. But see, there's no right or wrong way to do it. And when I say that, I mean, for a dementia patient, okay, when we have people working with them, we try to get them to sit down for about an hour and do it. Because what happens is after a little while, where they've been scattered and looking around, they start focusing on it.
Right.
Okay, and you start seeing results over a period of time.
Okay.
But this is also something you can do just watching television. Or like when we were all sitting around here, when I was waiting to come on, I was sitting over here.
Like petting your cat.
Yeah, I was working on it. It's almost like bubble wrap. It becomes addicting. Okay.
Or those little squeezy ball things.
Yeah. So
Stress
I mean, I'm
balls,
sitting
yeah.
here doing this, while you guys are talking, because on the dot side, okay, and it probably has the opposite effect on me. I'm starting to find out because I'm pretty wound up anyway with the things I do. So I found out I got pretty excited sitting over here, just going,
So how would I fit that in my pocket? Let's say I go to the club.
Well, I have an answer for you. Okay, we have something called a brain chip. It's just a little square one, about 3 by 3. You can put it on your keyring or your pocket. So you might want to take it with you while you're sitting on a club and while you're scoping out all the ladies. You can sit there.
Let me tell you what I do, John. It's like I go when I go to a club or bar or a lounge and somebody pissed me off royally. You know what I do? I go to the restroom and I listen to my daughter's voicemail.
Yeah.
And hi, Daddy, come home, I love you, and it calms me down. And I go back out and I don't put anybody in a hospital and I don't end up in jail.
Right.
So that's what I do. So I want to know if I could fit that in my pocket.
Well, the brain.
Because I don't want to carry it around with me.
No, brain chip you absolutely can.
Okay.
Now I'm going to get you a brain chip. Like I say, it's about 3 inch by 3 inch and has pattern on each side. But my goal is this, okay? I already know this thing works. It wouldn't have got FDA approved or had a patent penned and been patented if it didn't.
Right. How can somebody get one of those?
Well, one is they can contact us, just brainpaths.com. It's BRAINPATHS.com. Brainpaths.com that easily. Right now, here's what my goal is. I want you to know about this. My goal is to get one of these in every household in the United States. But if I have, okay, there's 126 million households, and I want one in every household. But particularly, I want to see these in the hands of people with Alzheimer's, dementia, PTSD. Maybe they suffered some sort of traumatic
Brain injury?
Yeah, a brain injury, or just they had a traumatic experience at some point. Those people in particular, but I also want to get them to the kids, because you can just have somebody who's just growing, trying to improve their motor skills, and it helps them with that.
Or you just late on your taxes and the IRS is going to penalize you. So
Yeah.
would it help for stress as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's another thing. And on our website, of course, we have several videos on there where you can, see how, not only see how it works, but see some of the development and some of the doctors that were involved.
And
with
over
it.
time, how long would it start seeing the results?
It's different with every individual. So it could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months. It depends on how serious, and how deep, whatever it is going on in your brain is. But my goal is, if I can just change one life,
Okay.
of people that are affected, especially the PTSD.
Right.
Like I've seen that with my brother and what it
Right.
did there. He's a lot better now. All these
From
years
this.
later. He doesn't have one of these hands, but he's going to have it by the end of this week.
Okay.
Because I just came on board with Brain Pass, and that is my goal, to get one in every hand. But if I can just change one life
Right.
with this product, for me it's worth it. But I guarantee you, I'm going to have 126 million households are going to have these one way or the other. I'm going to get them out there.
Well, John, we're running out of time. Just let the folks know how they could get a hold of that again.
Well, again, two ways. You can call BrainPath. You can just go brainpaths.com, 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 or you can call me at 704-497-1400. That's another way to do it. But of course, the website's really the best, because you can get all the information
Right.
you need from there. But don't hesitate to call, with questions or not. But all you guys out there that have PTSD, want to hear from you, especially some of the maybe guys here in town. I mean, we have a lot of homeless vets
Veterans.
out there.
Yeah.
If there's a way we can get these to some of those guys out there, I want to get them to them.
Okay.
So maybe you can help us with that.
All right. Well, John, thank you so much for being on the program.
Oh, thank you for having me.
That's John Harrison talking about PTSD. This is Steve Sanson, Jim Jonas, and Troy Warren, Veterans in Politics. But don't go away, folks. We have Beni Valasquez and Chanthy Walsh of Hessens and Herbs coming on to talk about what's going on down there with them. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Annette Levy. Corruption destroys communities. Did you know Nevada was rated the 5th most corrupt state in the nation? I want to change that. I'm running for District Court Judge in Department 20. Let's work together to raise the bar in Nevada. Call me at 702-499-7278 or look me up on my website, electanet.com. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Heidi Hanusa, and I'm a marriage and family therapist. My clients consist of families, children, couples, and individuals that are in need of some assistance dealing with trauma, depression, anxiety, and many other life issues that you can find on my website. I accept most insurances. For additional information, such as location, hours, insurances, and experience, go to my website at Faith Individual and Family Counseling.
Oh boy, this is Steve Sanson, Jim Jonas, and Troy Warren, Veterans of Politics. We have Chanthy Walsh, is the owner of Hessens and Herbs, and we have Beni Valasquez, who's the executive chef from Essence and Herbs. And since I've known Beni the longest, give us a bio, Beni.
Let's see, where do I start?
You've been on the show before.
Yeah, I've been on the show before.
You had a
And
restaurant in Desert
I've had
Shores.
other restaurants.
Yeah.
I started.
And then the IRS and the FBI raided you,
had to leave,
and you had to leave. Yes.
and now I'm back.
A lot of IRS stuff today.
So is this gonna be seen by everyone? I don't want them to come get me again or something.
Don't worry, we're gonna
Good?
blurb out your
Okay,
face.
excellent. Do that. Yeah, just the eyes.
Yeah, just the eyes. Okay. Tell us about you, Ben.
So,
Witness protection.
Born and raised New York City. I've been here in Vegas now 6 years. Grew up family Puerto Rican, Spanish, Italian, and so the food that I make, that's the
Puerto
style.
Rican.
Yeah, it's Puerto Rican food.
Kind of a little discriminatory.
Infusion.
Don't make any Jamaican
Fusion.
food.
There's fusion in there, so there's some
Oh, okay.
Jamaican type styles in there.
All right.
You know, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
A little Asian too.
Yeah, of course. There's
You
some
look like a
in
little
there.
Asian over there. Go ahead, Betty.
Yeah, there's Asian. So basically, my food encompasses all nationalities with a Latin twist to it. So it's eclectic Latin fusion.
It's very confusing.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
It's like a collage, huh?
A collage, exactly.
Yes.
So what happens is that I'm the only one that does that, so there is no wrong or right.
Right.
Because who are we going to match it up
Right.
against,
Right.
So it works.
Because you're the founder of this.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Shanti,
Yes,
how you doing today, ma'am?
fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. I really like the way you just take things over. I mean, you got that one restaurant, Essence and Herbs, right? And then right across from it, you got
The Mexican restaurant.
what's it called?
Sonrisa Grill.
Yeah, and then you were in Baton Rouge to get a what?
I was training for my corporate franchisee licensing for a salon, Regal
My
Nails.
God, you're just all over the place.
Don't mess with this woman.
Yeah.
And then,
Wow.
And then we have CB's Legacy. We took over Chef Bernard's Bistro on
Jeez.
Sunset and Sunset. And just
Wow.
this week, we opened up our Kids Kitchen. Basically, it's a nonprofit.
You got time to breathe?
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Oh, all
Can I
right.
speak, please?
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
absolutely.
Appreciate your time.
Go ahead.
So with Kids Kitchen, we offered, it's all 100% volunteer operated. We offered $5 breakfast and $6 lunches, a complete chef-prepared meal.
Who
fresh
prepares it?
daily. My husband right now and our chef Enrique at CB's Legacy.
Ah,
And it serves three purposes. Number one is to offer an amazing meal at a very, very reasonable price. Anyone can take their family there. A family of four can be in and out with $20.
do you do a
plus
military
tax.
discount over there on that $5 breakfast?
We charge extra for the military because we love you.
Okay.
Just saying.
Good,
you know?
good
Mic
answer.
drop.
Yes. And then
Walks away.
second fold, it's a fundraiser tool as well for different organizations, teams, schools. You know, they all need to raise extra funds for whatever projects they need. Like, for example, we're working with a high school, Western High School. It's a JAG program. Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar with the JAG program. yeah.
Jobs for American Graduates. They're very awesome
But to be
kids.
honest with you, when I first heard the JAG program, I thought it was Judge Advocate
Advocate
General.
General.
in the military.
Yeah.
Just because you're always thinking about these judges that you're advocates for, right?
Well, it's a military way of calling an attorney. They call him a JAG.
Okay, well that's
Yeah,
that's
the
something new.
Yeah.
But
Jag
I
off.
was new to this program as well. But they're really cool. These kids are at-risk kids, high school. They're about a 1.0 GPA.
Wow,
Most-
1.0.
Yeah, most of them will not graduate without this program in place. And most of the high schools in Clark County now are offering that program, which is
Well, that's
great.
good.
And they're extending it now to sophomore, junior, and seniors.
I just want to jump in here. I need your bio, by the way.
I don't have one.
Yeah, you do.
Born in Cambodia. Is that good?
How does your husband? How does your
Thai,
husband
half
deal with you?
Chinese. Talk about him being all mixed up. I'm worse.
I want to
we get
know.
along.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
we get along
I'm
really
very,
well.
I'm very,
We just look at each other like, I got it. Don't worry.
Miss Walsh, I'm
Yes,
very
sir.
intrigued on when a woman has risen and has done so much and stay involved. That's really inspiring for me. I really love that. You know how some guys are very, very intimidated by a strong woman? Me, I'm the opposite. I'm
Amen.
attracted to a strong woman.
Yeah.
So I want to know. I want to know how and why you got into this restaurant business and jump to a salon business. Well, that's, and I
Yeah, I'd
just-
like to know that progression of events also.
Yeah, and why'd you pick Lake Las Vegas? Who the only people that's there is Celine Dion and the president when he shows up,
And Chanthy Walsh.
and anybody that.
Mic drop.
I mean, they say Lake Las Vegas is the most wealthiest part of Henderson because there's multi-million-dollar homes all over that place. I mean, the HOA is like a mortgage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, before you go and talk about that, I want to thank both of you for hosting the Henderson Justice of the Peace endorsement interview over at your venue. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. And I hope that people would know where this place is now, Essence and Herbs, and will start going. Continue, Ms. Walsh.
There were so many questions.
I know.
Can I use some of that thing that you were talking
Hey,
about?
hey, I got one question for you. Really, how do you actually say your official address because I was giving out that address. Not yours personally.
He was
but-
butchering it.
Yeah.
She's not talking about your private home address.
no.
He's talking about your
Essence and
restaurant.
Herbs.
Essence and Herbs.
Yeah.
It's 15 Via Belcanto.
Belcanto.
Okay.
You gotta roll the
Okay.
tongue
Gotta
there.
roll
Yeah,
something.
yeah, because
roll.
it was pretty bad.
You need to go out with a Latin girl, then she'll help you with that.
Right.
I'm sure Chef Benny can hook. He's got
Get you some
connections.
numbers.
He'll get you some digits.
I don't know. My story is that I had a second chance to life, so therefore I was gonna do as much as I can,
Right.
as far as staying afloat and work as hard as I can, and just be able to give back.
You have kids?
I have 2 boys,
How old?
20 and 18.
Okay.
You ain't. That's impossible. You're not that
I'm
old.
29.
She's 29.
Just for the record.
Okay.
She had them very young.
Yes.
That's why she had to make money.
Right out of the
to
womb,
take
out of the
care of
womb.
kids. Yeah, she had to make money to take care of the kids. That's why she's so involved in so many different things. Why'd you pick Lake Las Vegas?
I lived in San Diego for 12 years. Before that, I went to UC Irvine, graduated from there, so I was in Orange County for a while. I was an immigrant, a refugee from Cambodia.
Were you legal?
Absolutely. I'm a citizen.
Oh, beautiful.
My middle name is Amanda. Can I get more American than that?
You're not even blonde.
How do you know?
Oh!
You haven't seen my Facebook
Mic drop.
photos.
Walk away.
I look really
Let's
good
let him
in
go away
blonde.
and let him just take over the show here.
About 4 Halloweens ago, I was in blonde. What's that girl, the singer, the blonde?
Blonde
Brittany.
Britney
singer.
Spears.
Britney Spears?
So I'm walking around with my son, right? Trick or treating. He was, well, maybe a little more than 4 years ago, because he was younger then. So, anyways, I got all dressed up, blonde, long hair, the heels and all that.
Wow.
Shorts, shorts.
Booty shorts?
Yeah, really
Ooh.
short. So I walked down. I walked around the whole village with my son. Didn't say a word to anybody.
You don't have to.
Nobody recognized me.
Really?
Not one person. I was like, wow, I can do this.
Get away
So
with
at
it.
Hey, next time we have her on the program, she's gonna say that she just took over ownership of Cheetah's nightclub.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Hooters, but okay. Anyways, so I was actually born in Cambodia. I, during the Khmer Rouge, that whole regime, we had to flee our country in 1974.
Okay.
And I was in the jungle literally for 10 weeks.
Wow.
No shoes, no clothes, in the jungle with the leeches, because there's a lot of rain in Cambodia. And then we got into Thailand in the refugee camp for 2.5 years. From there, we had a sponsorship from Second Baptist Church in Augusta, Georgia. So I was there for 2.5 years.
So always the brothers that come to the rescue.
Absolutely. I was so scared though when I got to Georgia, because there was a lot of these big African American people that I've never seen before, and I was like,
You kind of
I'm
small.
still the
and
same
they're big.
size.
They're gentle
At the age of
souls. They're
9.
gentle souls.
No, but it was great. They took us in and they really helped us with the American culture.
That explains a lot about you.
Yeah, and
Got a
I
lot of
was
brother in you.
Very blessed, very very blessed. I'm gonna ignore you, just for the record, because I am strong, small but mighty. And for the record, I am standing up, shorter than Scott here, sitting down. But
We needed this because we do a lot of political shows.
This is good. This is great.
I didn't want to be here, but I was forced to be here. I was
now she's
The Puerto Rican forced you.
No.
The Puerto Rican forced you to be here.
No, let me get this straight. She goes through all that stuff, the jungles, the camps.
Yeah.
She comes over here. Now she's the victim.
Yeah. Now she's a victim. And a Puerto Rican of all forced her to come here. Yeah.
He's like,
Us
come
Puerto
on, we
Ricans are
gotta
tough."
go. The time says it takes us 35 minutes to get there. I'm like, you can drive then. So, anyways, but I have been very, very blessed. I love my life. It's been very challenging
Right.
throughout growing up, learning the language, learning the culture, and then getting my name butchered throughout high school. So that's why I had to add an American name when I became a citizen. But then I never used it.
What is your government name?
What do you mean by that?
What
your birth
was your birth
certificate?
name? Your birth
On your
name.
birth-
In Cambodia, it's
Yes.
pronounced Chanthy,
Chanthy?
and then my last name is Hua, but it's
Hua?
spelled Our, H-O-U-R.
What's the middle name? Did you have one?
No, because it would be really, really hard. It's a Chinese name.
Okay. Well, you know that's very inspiring. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here you came from absolute nothing.
Nothing.
Right?
Literally nothing.
No clothes.
And
no
you
name.
come
No
here-
birth certificate. That's the worst
No
part.
birth certificate.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything politically incorrect, so I won't say it.
No, you
No,
can
no,
still-
this
you
isn't a
can-
PC show.
You can
This
say
isn't
whatever you want.
this is not a PC
No,
show.
I don't want to.
We're not federally regulated. You could say whatever you want.
No, I'm good. That's
Okay.
good. I don't want to get in trouble.
But your people might have a different look on you when they see you.
No, but yeah, that's pretty much my story. But I was able to graduate from high school. I did a really amazing job for me, and
Right.
because I didn't know the language, so I started kindergarten when I was 9.5.
Wow.
They thought I was a TA,
What's that?
teacher's aide.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was thinking something else, so you had to clarify for me.
Sorry. And then they turned around and asked me for help. I didn't even know how to speak the language. I was so embarrassed. I was the tallest one, because I was 9.
Right.
And all the kids were 5 and 6, but I was about their size, but I was just a little taller. And then I made a promise to my parents that I would, honor them and do the best that I can. So in 1976, I came to the States.
Jim wasn't born yet, just to let you know.
I was born right in 76, actually.
okay.
Congratulations. You're 40 years old.
Yeah, I'm 40. It's been rough.
It's a big number.
Yeah, especially since I've been dealing with Steve for almost 9 years
Oh
now.
my gosh, that makes you 80.
Wow. I thought me and you were clicking.
Mic drop. Walk away.
I thought me and you were like cool again.
We love you.
All right. You know, I want to know how you two met.
Oh, it was a
That was interesting.
great.
Was it on the
story.
internet?
Okay, well that's great. It's interesting. What's the story?
Well, basically, what happened was we have a mutual friend, and I went and helped that friend to do cooking
Right.
demonstration and everything.
I thought you were
And-
supposed to be on the
and
strip.
What's that?
Your next place was supposed to be on the strip.
No, I know people on the strip, but I didn't
Oh,
know
okay,
on the strip. But anyway, so I helped this person in the restaurant and everything, and we do my pie stuff. And she calls me a couple weeks later. She says, "Hey, I just had this dream that you need to meet a friend of mine. Name is Chanthy. I'm gonna tell her about you."
From a dream.
And yeah, from a dream.
Okay.
So like, she was serious. I was like, she goes, no, I'm not kidding you. This is for real. So she goes, I'm gonna let her know about you, and I think you guys need to meet because she has a couple restaurants, and I'm sure she could use your help. And you're looking for a restaurant, and you guys can partner up, do something.
Right.
And so that's how it happened.
I get the same call.
She gets the exact same call. So then we
Like,
contacted
okay.
and talked to each other a couple of days later.
And by the way, your food is amazing.
Thank you.
I just don't like
Appreciate that.
too much carbs, though. Just,
Yeah.
easy on the carbs.
We'll give you extra paella.
There you go.
What is that?
The rice dish.
Oh, okay. Okay.
From Cambodia, rice is the main food.
All right, you guys got this event coming up. Why don't you
Yes,
talk a little bit about this?
we do. We are super excited. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
or-
this is the Military Appreciation Day, and this is going to be September 30th, and we're going to have it right there in Lake Las Vegas.
Okay. Another 30-minute drive. Okay.
But it'll be well worth it. So it's going to be like food and drink specials,
Right.
and it's going to be from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m.
Get military discount?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna charge you double. That's what she said.
Only at Kids Kitchen, because that's
Kids Kitchen.
100%
It's double.
nonprofit. So
There'll also be like live concert.
So you're going to have bands there.
There'll be
Okay.
prizes and everything raffled out.
You guys reach out to the veteran community?
we have been working with several.
Okay. You went to the VA hospital and see if
There's,
they could.
we have not gone to the VA hospital, but we have reached out to different organizations. The Color Guards will be there. Basic High School will bring their Color Guard also, and we have some retired. I don't remember the name of his organization, but they've done, the flag
Folding
folding
and stuff.
thing
yeah.
for us, the salute of the flag, and we have a special singer to do the national anthem.
Ah.
And there will be just a lot of fun. We just want to honor the military and their family, and we're hoping to also surprise one of the military that are coming home as well.
So just to let you know, I wasn't born in this country either.
Really?
Yeah, Jamaica.
Nice.
I say legalize it, don't criticize it. You know?
Show me the paper.
I heard it helps with PTSD too.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's
hearing.
true.
That's his story sticking to it.
And TBI and all that good stuff. But what do you want to get out to the listeners and the viewers? What do you want to say to them?
There's so much to say, but we really love to invite all the military, Navy, Air Force, anyone that serves our country to come to our event this Friday the 30th. And
That would be next Friday, right?
The 30th.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
And it's a beautiful resort. Most people have never been there. I go out, I'm doing my daily stuff, and I tell people, have you been to Lake Las Vegas? Most of them says, no, where's that? I said, 15 minutes away. They said, really? But it is a special place. It's coming back to life.
Right.
There's 5 new housing development. The Master Association is putting on some big shows, you know. Oh, and next month we're doing a whole fall festival starting the 15th of October until the first weekend of November. And they're going to have Macbeth there for 2 Fridays, the 21st and the 28th. We have our, I'm doing a little advertisement, folks. Listen up, okay? We have a beer festival on the 15th, wine by the water on the 22nd. Our chef's going to prepare some amazing dish to complement
To complement with the wines.
the wine. There's going to be over 36 different wine.
Okay.
So for $59, you can drink all you want, and the paella, and the tapas. And then there's an after party on the yacht.
Ooh,
for very
that comes with the $59?
it's $20 extra for the yacht, but there's only 50 tickets available. There will be DJs dancing
On the yacht?
On the yacht.
Oh.
So it's amazing. Tickets are.
So you're gonna like
sold out.
reserve 2 spots for me? I want to be there.
Maybe 3.
You know what I
I'm
heard?
so
I heard
generous.
$60 drink everything.
Everything for real, and food too.
What happened if you don't drink? What happened if you don't drink?
We have water.
Yeah, I still gotta pay my $59.
We have lakeside water.
Do I still
Lake
gotta
Las
pay the
Vegas.
$59? Is my
You may
question.
charge a little extra. And then
Water's expensive.
So the 21st and the 28th is Macbeth right there on the main stage. And also there's an 8th annual Rose Regatta on the 8th of October. So there's a lot going on in the month of October at Lake Las Vegas. And on the 29th, we're having a Halloweeny costume contest. for the
Halloweeny?
puppies. Yes.
Wow.
And there's a
Halloweeny.
lot of fun
Weenie.
stuff for the children. There's pumpkin carving. We've got pumpkin patch. We've
Wow.
got the tractors that takes you to get your pumpkins and all that. We're just trying to recreate a lot of.
I'm down for the yacht thing.
Okay.
I'm down for the yacht thing. I want to do the yacht thing. I don't drink. So
You know what, Steve? I will get you 2 tickets on me.
what?
Just-
I tell you, she's just
Just-
amazing.
All that.
She's just
Lord, I don't
amazing.
think so, honey. We haven't met yet.
Shanty's boy, she's a rebel. You go to the rebel basketball
we
games?
we did drive all the way 30
That's
minutes
true.
from here,
That's
so
true.
I
Yes,
have
30
to
minutes.
give my 2
Well,
cents,
well,
right?
you know something. We want to thank you guys for coming on the program.
Thank you. Thanks for
It's
having
been
us.
different, huh, Jim?
Yeah.
Troy.
Actually
Sorry.
refreshing.
Yeah, this is Troy's last show, so
you go.
you know, gotta.
Where are you going?
I'm just
Retiring?
yeah, that's exactly it. Actually, I'm looking to buy a restaurant too. I've got my.
We have restaurants available.
Then you and I need to have a conversation.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So,
love it.
could you guys tell us your location, your website, phone number, how to get to your place, get all that stuff?
So, like we mentioned before, it's 15 Via Bel Canto, Henderson, Nevada, 89011, and right in Lake Las Vegas.
Phone number?
Phone number 702
702-565-5522.
You have a website?
5522.
essenceandherbs.com.
Okay, how you spell that?
ESSENCEANDHERBS.com.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I got second place in spelling bee.
Second place. Why you get second place? You're Asian. They're supposed to be smart.
I know. I was only my third year in the U.S.
Who
so
beat you? A Scottish guy?
Another Asian boy.
Oh, another Asian. Okay.
But it was
okay.
a boy.
Yes.
Was a boy.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Who was here longer?
Girls rule, boys are. How's that go? Girls rule, boys
I think it's
Never.
rule.
drool.
There you
Drool. That echo again. I keep hearing it. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much for being on the program.
Thanks for having us.
That's Chanthy Walsh, owner of Essence and Herbs, and
And
that's
Sunrisa Grill.
and Risa Grill. The can't forget
Sunrisa
those
Grill.
Sunrisa Grill.
CB's Legacy.
CB's Legacy.
Kids Kitchen.
Kids Kitchen.
And Regal Nails.
Regal Nails.
And
Your
we'll
nails
come up with
done.
some other
How do you
stuff.
sleep? You're
I
so
don't.
busy. How many employees do you have?
About 50.
Oh wow. Well, you that's good. You give people jobs.
I like that. I like
you give
signing
people
those
jobs.
checks.
You like signing the front of the checks, huh?
Yeah.
Sign one for me, Troy, and Jim. We'll take it.
To be determined.
Let me tell you something. Signing the front of the check's a hell of a lot more important these days than
than
it
the
is
back
Sign the back of the
check.
check.
It's true.
I didn't
Well,
want to
sh-
get
Because it
political,
feels good
but
to be able to contribute.
Well, Chanthy Walsh, thank you so much.
Thank
And Beni Valasquez, he's the executive chef for Essence and Herbs.
Essence and Herbs,
Do
yes.
you
Stop
mix
by
and go
Stripe.
to the Mexican restaurant and
All the
cook?
time.
Yeah,
All right.
I help everywhere.
You help everywhere.
Shanti,
How
wherever
about
she
coming
needs
over to
me.
my kitchen and cook me up a meal for a week so I don't have to keep going out?
Steve, you have to take a number.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you guys for coming to the
Thank
program. I
you.
really
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Thanks a
This
lot.
is
Appreciate
Jim
it.
Jonas and Troy Warren, Veterans of Politics. Don't go away, folks. We got Jennifer Lauren Gates, author of the toe-sucking book. I forget the name of it, but we'll get it right to it. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Annette Levy. Corruption destroys communities. Did you know Nevada was rated the 5th most corrupt state in the nation? I want to change that. I'm running for District Court Judge in Department 20. Let's work together to raise the bar in Nevada. Call me at 702-499-7278 or look me up on my website, electanet.com. Thanks.
We are back, folks. This is Steve Sanson, Jim Jonas, and Troy Warren, Veterans in Politics. We have Lauren Jennifer Gates, author of LJG Photography.
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 Oh, but it's with an F, though.
Okay, you know how photography is PHOT, right?
Right,
So it's
yeah.
photography. Like
Oh.
photography.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
All right, here it is. I'm going Facebook Live, by the way.
Could you give us a bio, Miss Gates?
Yes, Miss Gates. Okay. Sound like you're into that schoolgirl kind of thing, huh?
I am. I love maids, too.
Wow, this is definitely a refreshing
I know.
show.
Right
Once in
away,
a while,
right away.
doctors.
Oh, you'll have fun. You'll have fun. I'm going to keep it semi-clean. My family's watching, but the reality is you want a background on this. I was in Playboy years
Oh,
ago.
do tell us about
Well,
that.
Okay, well, I was chosen off the beach in Daytona Beach.
Off the beach.
Yes,
Somebody
several
just like
times.
kick sand right on you and say, "Hey, come in front of my camera."
You know what? They had scouts. I was like 98. As a matter of fact, hold on. Sorry, I gotta show you this. This is my picture of the day I was discovered. So here we go. So this is the photo.
Let me see if I would discover you.
And you would totally discover me. Shut up.
That was the first thing I looked at. I'm like, damn.
Well, I'm like 20-something pounds more, but I'm very happy.
You're
I
not a
don't-
blonde, though.
Well, you don't have to be a blonde if you have a hot fucking body like this. I'm sorry, but this is pretty nice.
The body or the book?
Excuse my French.
Is that French? I thought it was American.
I know, that's true. You're right,
Yeah.
Steve Sanson, of Veterans of Politics.
Boy, she
We
got
go
me
way
down.
back. We
Right.
go way back.
Well, I know we.
Wait, you wanted a history.
All right, go ahead.
So I was picked off the beach. See, I'm a tough Puerto Rican Irish too.
Oh, you got a little Puerto Rican in you?
I do.
Oh,
do.
wow.
Yeah, my
you
dad
you
is
should be
Puerto
talking to Beni Valasquez there.
Right. Well, I told him he should have brought food, and I would have talked to him, but he didn't bring any food.
No,
so-
you didn't.
What the hell? What better way to promote, right? So, I was picked off the beach, and they had me do a pictorial, an interview, and all kinds of stuff, and a video and stuff like that.
Right,
and then all of a sudden, I think it was like 10 years later, I was like, I've never been to the mansion. I want to go to the mansion. So I wrote them, and they made me send a picture. And next thing you know, I'm at all the parties. I
Wow.
became friends with Jenny McCarthy and a ton of celebrities.
Who's that, by
Did
the
you
way?
meet Hef?
Of course I met Hef. Hef
Oh,
is-
come on.
Let me tell you something.
I saw Hef at
Hef
Studio 54 at MGM.
Well, not only did I meet Hef, Hef is the reason for this book because at the time it was a very thick photo album. When I first moved to Las Vegas in 1997, I was at a New Year's Eve party, and this guy right here asked me, he told me I have beautiful feet, and I thought that was so weird.
Really?
So I was joking, and I said, do you want to suck them? Here we go. And so
Your
he
feet?
did. Yes. And
Oh,
this is the-
okay.
this
I
is
just
the
wanna
photo,
clarify.
Mr. Sanson. Okay, so he sucked my toes for like hours, and I'm just showing everyone in the studio.
He sucked your toes for hours, and you
wanna
just
get a
laid there
close-up?
doing what?
You want to get a close up, camera guy? Where are you?
Camera guy.
Mr. Styles. Oh, okay.
He'll put him back.
So,
So he's sucking your toes for hours. What are you doing? Eating wine?
No, well, what
I
am
mean,
I
drinking
doing?
wine.
You can't see I'm drinking, even though I don't drink, and everybody knows I really don't like to drink. But I was drinking champagne and
Wow.
having a blast. And the next day, I had to do like a promotional modeling thing, and I was telling this guy about my experience. I was like, "Isn't that weird?" And he goes, "I love feet." Next thing you know, another like
Well, let's
7
see
hours.
them. Let's see those feet. Put them
Well,
right here on
they're
the table. Let's see them.
Okay.
I want to see those
I don't
feet.
even know if they're pedicured, but here.
Uh-huh. Oh, with shoes on. Take those shoes off. Let's see the feet.
These are Gianni beanies. Are you out of your fucking
Oh, what is it called? Gianni
Look, we're getting all
beanies?
hearts. Well, these are Gianni beanies. These are
What is a Gianni beanie?
most comfortable. It's a very nice shoe. That's very very.
Do I look
comfortable.
like a female to you?
By
I
the way,
have
are you
no
Troy?
idea.
I figured you know your
Troy, you're
shoes.
the one with the temper.
You're the one with the temper.
This is, by the way, the live. Everyone's watching us.
Thanks, Steve.
We should have had that thing from John Harris and start playing with it while we're on the show.
Can I just show that we're live, guys? I just say hi to the Facebook peeps that are fans of my LJG show, radio show on Beasley.
Oh wow! So we're
Podcasting.
doing 2 shows in one here.
Yes,
Hey, we have the
yes.
rights to the show. I'll get my lawyer to sue you.
You know what? You should be paying me. Shut the fuck up. You showed up late on my show. I'm you know.
Oh!
And you know what I'm doing?
Mic drop,
you know,
walk
no,
away.
you know what I'm doing? I'm promoting your ass. So you might say thank you.
I'm sitting on it. How you promoting it?
Come here.
Oh wow!
I'm just kidding. So anyway.
So go ahead. Tell us a little bit. Well, why'd you get into? So you did the toe sucking book. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Keep
so
going.
it's just fun, and from this, I was able to get, thanks to Bruce Marin, my celebrity PR, he got me on WABC, 2 shows, Review Journal write-up on this book.
I did see the Review Journal write up. Yes.
Oh, and now I'm on your show, so how lucky am I?
I know. Yeah.
Wow.
So how much are those shoes you're wearing? How much those cost?
These are actually very inexpensive for designer shoes. I'm a very frugal shopper. I got
Okay.
these shoes for...
Are you Republican?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
I won't go there.
Okay.
These are Gianni beanies, and they're about $100. But the thing is, I always say, because I'm into shoes, which every woman is, but
Right.
basically, that you need a comfortable shoe.
Right,
Because
yeah.
you want to keep your little tootsie. See, look, Troy can look. Here, Troy.
Troy, you want to suck on those
Troy,
toes
you
right
suck
there?
toes?
Right there.
Wait, raise of hands. Who in this studio? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. One is a woman. There were a bunch of other people. Who sucks toes, honestly? Who's into feet? He's looking at me like I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, I suck some things, but his toes are just not one of them.
I'm not gonna say a word. But yeah, it's a fun.
Wow. We're going there today. This is a good show.
I'm not
I am
saying
leaving
a word.
on a high note.
Hey, you need to promote this one.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm going to.
Troy, yes, promote it up. No, it's on sale, by the way.
What's on sale? The toe or
My
the book?
It's called Toe Jam. That would be a good one. It's LJG Photography.
How do you get-
LJG Foot.
how do you get that book?
FOOTOGRAPHY. Well, you go onto my website, ljgphotography.com. FOOTOGRAPHY. And
Good speller. Are you hanging out with Chanthy
I
Walsh?
am. Yeah, she kicked my ass though. I'll tell you, she's a fucking tough cookie.
So just got photos in there of you sucking toes
It's
and
really cute.
people sucking your toe, or
It's like 140 pages of really cute. Let's see. I'll show some photos of really cute pictures. I mean, I went all over the states. There's some from New Jersey, the beach. There's some in my girlfriend's bed with this girl here, Troy. Check her out. That's from my girlfriend's
out,
bed in New Jersey. There's some from Las Vegas. There's some at the Hard Rock. And there's also a contest page right here. It's where you can send in your photos to be to go in the next book.
right.
So right now, my goal, and I'm saying it.
And you're
here,
leaving that book with us so we could.
I left you a book and you lost it.
I
And
lost
This is my
All
only
right,
book.
leave
You have
that
to
one.
order it.
You
No,
get it back. You
no,
get it back.
No,
Because we're gonna do a backdrop.
I sent him your stuff. I sent him. I cannot leave this book. This is my only book left.
All right.
I gave Steve a book and he lost it, so I'm gonna have to.
I lost it at a toe sucking contest.
Right, exactly. So it's a fun book, and I love it. It's a really fun book, and you know what? The show that I was on was a political show, ironically. And I'm just saying it's funny how I'm on my
As long as
second
it's not John
political show.
Ralston, that idiota.
It was something in New York.
Probably with Bill Maher.
Wow.
No, but I've met him.
Have you?
Okay.
But I'm not going to say my political views.
No,
either
you don't.
way.
You don't have to. You know what? One thing about this book though is like there is kind of a serious side to feet though when you think about it. Like people will always tell you there's two things. Any chiropractor, any doctor will tell you that there's two things you never go cheap on: shoes
Right.
and beds.
Yeah.
Because your feet are so important because it's the nerve endings
And a good meal.
of your entire body. So feet are actually very important for overall health.
Well,
so I
here's
just
the other thing
wanted
when
to
it comes
point
to
that out.
comes to
I
feet.
love that. Thank you.
I go
It is.
barefoot as often as possible.
Me
Yeah.
too. You too?
Love barefoot.
See?
You know,
Yeah, me
obviously
too.
my work and riding doesn't allow that to happen, but
Right.
yeah, I'm with you. But when it comes to my work stuff, absolutely, shoes.
Yeah.
Don't chimp. Don't
Well, let me
skimp on
see.
anything.
Oh, you got some serious boots on?
Harley
Let me see.
Davidson.
Yeah,
You
he's
got
right.
Sneakers?
Yeah, I just got
Harley
sneakers on.
Davidson sneakers, flip flops. I'm the only one with Gianni beanies. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we weren't going
beanies.
dancing on this show, so
I know, right?
Spencer's.
By the way, I gotta stay really nice to Troy because you guys said he with
Troy,
that little
Troy's got a little
thing
bit of PTSD going
there.
on.
PTSD. Yeah. I have PTSD.
Look, I've known Troy for quite a while, and it's mostly exterior with Troy.
Oh, it is,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah,
Well, he
he's-
seems like
I'm
a
a
very
teddy
nice
bear.
guy. Yeah. As long as you don't mess with him, right?
Right.
Or mess with my friends and family.
So,
Or their feet.
Miss Gates, Miss Gates. So, what else have you? How you promoting your book? How you getting it out?
Okay,
What are you
well,
doing?
I'd love to. Thank you for asking that because there's someone in town besides Bruce Marin, the celebrity PR. There's someone in town that I'm very grateful for, and that's Yvette Auger. I'm sure you guys probably know her. She has weekly events, and she had 2 events.
Oh, the
for me.
Cosmopolitan Connection.
Yeah, the one you didn't show up to. And,
I've been at the last 3. Okay.
Not mine. Not
and,
mine.
and I also wanted to point out. I asked Yvette just
Actually,
a
you
couple
go to
days
one.
ago when I saw you.
Yeah.
I said, how do you pull these off a week and get so many people here?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing how
yeah.
she does it.
It is.
Every week she's got a full house.
Yes.
I can't even get a full house every 6 months.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly. Look at it. You know what? She held 2 events for me. One at the Hard Rock, one at the Bellagio. So she's a big part of this as well. And
Okay.
she
She's
has
getting
great-
proceeds from this book?
No, what she's getting is a nice thank you, which is right now. And she was on my show last week, an LJG show on
Okay.
Beasley Broadcasting. She got me like 1,100 hits already. You got to have her on your show,
Oh, yeah?
but you got to be very tasteful and classy, and don't be, like cursing and things like that. So.
Oh, Troy won't be here, so we don't have to worry about that.
Have you heard her?
Yeah.
You're talking about me. Have you heard her?
I have to be honest. When I'm on radio,
Mic drop, walk away.
I know it's too funny. I have to be honest. When I'm on radio, I'm very clean and this and that. But on my internet show, LJG show, I hate him, but I date him.
This is an internet show.
That's
You-
when
you
I
hate him,
right.
but
Well,
you
that's
hate him,
why
okay.
I was cursing because I can speak freely and
Let loose, so to speak.
Let loose, yeah. And it's not really nice to curse, so it really isn't.
Yeah, I went on your show I
Yeah, you
I
were
remember.
on my show.
Yeah.
And I body painted my entire top,
She was
American
completely
flag.
naked.
Body paint.
She was completely naked.
Why didn't you do that today?
Because today, 'cause
And she
today
had
I'm a
body
different
paint all
person.
over her.
Yeah, I had an American flag for Steve, and he was
American
on one
flag
of
for
the
me.
show. Yeah, isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Let's give it up, everybody!
Yeah.
Give it up. The American flag.
And I wanted to make sure those stars and stripes were real, so I had to.
No, he didn't touch. He just looked. But it was a tribute
Yeah.
to you for being an amazing person, all
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.
Seriously, and
Thank
for
you.
serving our country, which is amazing.
Thank you.
really.
I won't do that stupid joke John Stiles had me do on you. Now I'll
Where-
just not do that anymore.
okay, okay.
Because you gave me a compliment, so I'll just.
All right. Well, I'm very nice. Yeah, I'm very nice to you.
Yeah. Sometimes.
You're a good guy. You're a good guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
How
it's
far
all-
back do
it's
we
all-
go? How many years now?
Well, George introduced us 3 years ago, and by the way, nobody knows this between you and I.
Uh-huh.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you did for me.
Uh-huh.
It was life changing. So, and it's just between Steve and I. We can tell
No
another
problem.
time, but I can't even talk about it right now. But thank you.
And everybody says that I'm a mean guy, huh?
No, you're not.
You
And I
are.
mess
You
with
are mean.
I mess with you, but you know what?
To the assholes that are out there.
Right. Steve fought for our country as a Marine, and what he did for me, and I gotta say, thanks to George, we met. I gotta
Yeah.
say that.
Right.
Okay, even though I've had my issues with him.
No,
I don't
that's
care what
fine.
I have,
That's
George,
fine.
George's a good guy.
We're cool with George. We just don't like his mother. So that let's be honest here.
I am so thirsty.
Let's be honest here. George
Don't do that.
George
Don't
is
do
cool.
that.
George brought us into this business.
Right.
I have a ton of respect for
Yes.
for George. It's just when his mother put her nose into the business, it just put a really bad sour taste in her mouth.
But let's talk about that. You want to talk about this? Because guess what? I thought the same thing because I was having an issue with her as well. But if she's footing the bill, and she might be, then I can't blame her. I mean, I don't know what happened.
You know what I say? Stay in the business you actually know something about.
Yeah, but you know what? One day
If you want to
she's
flip
gonna
a bill about a business you don't know about, you become a
he's not
silent partner.
But here's
silent
the
partner.
I agree. But there's a mama's boy and there's a mama.
Well.
And I think what you have to do, and this is good because I talk about relationships, and I was dating a daddy's boy, and I talk about relationships, and you really have to have your own mind. And you're right. People are sending hearts, by the way, like crazy. Thank you so much, Vic, Regina,
Daddy's
Amani.
boy?
Well, I was dating a guy who was like a daddy's boy, like a mama's boy, daddy's boy, like.
I've
just-
heard mama's boy, but I've never heard
well,
the
that's
term
when
daddy's
you
boy.
don't have a mom, but you have a dad, and you're like you do what they say, and you
Right.
you know you don't have your own independence yet. But the thing is, with that we talk about relationships on my show. The relationship is the mama's boy.
Right.
My dear friend George, who got me started too. So even though there's things I don't like,
Right.
One day she's gonna be dead. Okay, that's why I'm.
So
I
is
got a big
everybody.
heart. No, but
So is
still.
Hitler, and everybody
I
clapped
know,
when
but
he died.
No, but she's not so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like one day she's gonna be gone, and then we're
Right.
gonna feel bad because he's gonna be left. Hearts. Look at this. We got people. Look at this. I love you. I love you. I love you. Whoever that is. Thank you.
Miss Gates.
Yes, I'm sending.
Do you have
hearts.
any final words you'd like to say?
I would. Can I give out my social media?
Your social security number?
141. No, just kidding. Okay, so thank you. I got 1 minute left. My social media is Lauren Jennifer with 1N Gates. I have a public figure page. Please go and like it. Trying to reconnect. Can you give me 1 second? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
What the hell's going on here?
Sorry, trying to reconnect.
It's about our show, not yours.
I know, but this is promoting you in a big way. I'm on Veterans of Politics right now. You can go to my Facebook Live, Lauren Jennifer Gates with 1N. I have 2 Facebooks.
Right.
I have at Suck My Toes Now is my Twitter, of course.
Absolutely.
My Instagram.
When she start promoting at Suck My
Right there.
something else,
I know.
then
30 seconds left.
we'll bring her
Guess
back on again.
30 seconds. I'm going to say that LJG Photography, FOOTOGRIPHY.com to buy my book. It's only $24.95, and believe me, every bit helps, and I'm going to try to get on Ellen and all that good stuff. You could also follow me on Instagram, LJG Show. I want to thank you all for having me here today, really, all of you. I appreciate it so much.
And how could they
Thanks,
get a
Steve.
hold of you?
702, seriously, no joke. If you want to advertise on my show, I have a business line, 702-982-8688. I never answer, but I will get your message. I don't. It's a voicemail thing. It's not a
Okay.
text. If you want to advertise, please only serious advertisers only.
All right. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate
I wish lots of
This is for you.
success with the toe sucking book.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Wish me luck on Ellen.
Okay.
Okay.
Luck on Ellen.
All right.
Folks, this is Steve Sanson and Jim Jonas and Troy Warren, Veterans in Politics, and this is just a different show to kind of say bye to our
Lighten
buddy
it up.
Troy Warren.
Yes. It was
This
big
is our
thanks. It was
this is our
nice to have a
goodbye
live
to
show.
Troy Warren. Until next week.